Broadcasting live here at Radio Row. Always nice to see a friendly face. I'm not going to say a funny face, though.
No.
It's a friendly face that creates comedy is what it is. Frank Caliendo is with us, a great friend of the program at Sports Radio 810 WHB, and see him all over the ESPN. You can follow him on Twitter, at Frank Caliendo. What's going on, man?
Yeah, and if you can't spell Caliendo, it's the letter C, the word alien, and the word do.
I like that.
Frank Caliendo, right?
Yeah, and I actually spelled it correctly, which is a miracle.
There you go.
There's a reason why I'm in the talking business and not the writing business. What's going on, man? How's everything with you?
Good. Just was shooting the last couple of days at ESPN, so I'm going to do 11 characters if they all make it in the segment. So we're doing a little parody of a 30 for 30, and I break out just about So there's some. I got a few new ones in there that nobody's ever seen.
Right.
And then I got the Gruden. I'll tell you what, man. I really love what's going on there, man. Andy Reid doing a fantastic job with Alex Smith, man. People say he's a game manager, but I'll tell you what. I think he's a game player, man. I think he's really going to turn around, man. I love the turnaround that's going on there. You ever notice that? Did you ever notice that Andy Reid, when he's wearing that big red shirt, looks like the big red angry bird, man? I'll tell you what, get rid of some of those green pigs with an Andy Reid guy, man. That's a pretty good bird right there.
You got 11. Are they all characters you've done before?
No, there's 4 new ones. Three real new ones, and then one that's kind of in there, but it's more the look than anything.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah, I get it's all based on what I do at ESPN is very different than what I did at Fox.
Right.
Fox was more take a celebrity and put them into football. Here, it's more, or there at ESPN, it's more of do stuff that makes fun of ESPN because that's what works there. So whether it's Mel Kiper Jr., I don't know if you ever heard of him do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mel Kiper's the kind of guy who wouldn't say Green Bay Packers Aaron Rodgers. He'd be like, Green Bay Packers organization, Aaron Rodgers doing a fantastic job at the quarterback position. So it's like finding those cadences and the way they put together sentences that, to me, is a lot of fun. Gruden has always got a man in there, man. I'll tell you what, when I saw him first, he's like, come on, man. I don't say man all the time, man.
Did he react the way John Madden reacted to the
Well, I don't think Gruden knew how to take me, and I hadn't been doing it very long when he saw me. And he was like, so you're the guy who does me. I'm like, yeah. He's like, where are you from? And I knew where he was from. So I said that. I'm like, Sandusky, Ohio. He's like, really? I'm like, no, man. He's like, good, because you were blowing my mind, man.
So you knew he was from Sandusky?
Oh, yeah, because my wife's from right outside of Sandusky. She's
okay.
From, it's called Lorraine. It's a little bit more east toward Cleveland from Sandusky, Ohio.
And I believe that's where one of the great auto parts makers in the history of television ever was, wasn't it? Isn't that where Tommy Boy was?
Oh, were they
Sandusky? Were they in Sandusky?
Maybe.
I can't remember.
I didn't even realize that.
I was thinking.
Okie dokie. All righty.
I think so. I thought that's what it was. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was a fictitious town, but
Sandusky.
Yeah. Loosely based on Sandusky, Ohio. I can't even remember the name of the auto parts company, but I thought that was
Tommy.
What was his name? Callahan
Auto Parts. Callahan Auto Parts.
Stick your head up a bull's butt, but wouldn't you rather take the? Yes, I think we could all rattle off a number of lines from that. Hey, I'm curious, because you do such a great job with the impressions.
So true.
Very true. It is true. Are you a musician at
No.
heart? Are you?
No, I can play piano by ear and stuff like that, but never.
So you do have a good pitch and tone recognition?
I think decent, yeah. I don't know. I never trained it, so I don't know.
Well, because Curtis Siebel, who works with us, does a pretty good impression. Now, it's like Carl Peterson, Marty Schottenheimer.
Right.
It tends to be in the sports world.
Right.
But he's a musician. He played instruments.
That would make sense.
And so he gets the pitch and tone. You seem to be able to.
I think I could. I could never. I mean, to me, cadence is more important than anything in the take. Like Jerry Jones,
right.
For example. You ever watch a Jerry Jones interview where he takes the blame the entire time, and by the end of the interview, you're like, it's not Jerry's fault. Like, how did they? Was he a hypnotist at the same time? They'll ask a question, and be like, I believe. You asked me if Tony Romo is our quarterback, and I will tell you that yes, today, Tony Romo is our quarterback. Now, if you ask me tomorrow, I will tell you that today, Tony Romo was our quarterback. This is my fault. I am the general manager, and if I could, I would fire myself, but I can't. it's impossible. and then he's off the hook somehow,
right. He's off and moving. You ever find yourself lapsing from character to character? Like there are guys that are close that you – sounds to me like you could swing Jerry Jones into Ross Perot or George Bush or something. Like you could get lost in between those.
This just a little bit different. Probably because of the Texas in there, man.
Yeah, there's lots like that. Like I was working on Ron Jaworski.
Right.
And he's a lot like Bill Walton.
Okay.
Bill Walton goes down forever, like that. And with a guy like Jaworski is like, that's why he's the top 10 quarterbacks whose names don't start with the letter W. What is that? Guys like, to me, like Adam Schefter, I love the guys like that.
Right.
Fox has Jay Glazer. Jay's always like, you're not going to believe the information I got. This is the greatest information in the entire world. Nobody has this information. What is it? I can't tell you. What? Schefter, one of the things that'll happen, though, is like they have to report no matter what. And sometimes they don't have that much information, so they try to make it sound bigger than it is. So it'll be like, according to my sources, at this particular time, it appears Tom Brady's yawn during pregame warm-ups was, in fact, just a yawn. And earlier reports that there was some sort of oxygen deprivation disorder were highly exaggerated. If you need any more information, I'll be right here in front of my bookcase, ready to go.
With his Michigan helmet and his wedding picture.
Right. Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah, have you ever seen people, they break it down on the internet, what's all back there?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I have
Pretty
not.
funny
I
stuff.
have not. So do you get a wedding picture?
No, we green screen it and just steal the picture from his house.
I'd love to see.
His wife shoots it.
You shoot a picture with a gal who looks like his wife and you looking goofy or something, and it's a new one, and it's a Michigan State helmet back there. And
We talked about getting an actual bookcase back there,
right,
and then having someone come in and check out a book.
So, I mean, is it more entertaining that it's guys that you've never done before? Does that make it challenging?
Yeah,
and
that's more
entertaining?
fun for me. That's definitely something new and brings it out. I mean, the problem for me probably right now is that I do so much sports stuff that I'm known as the sports guy.
Right.
And I don't think that's what my stand-up act is, although it goes in and out of it.
Right.
But it's a positive and a negative because like the super sports fans all want to come and see it, but that like me, and then the people who aren't sports fans are worried they're not going to get it.
And that is, and we're talking to Frank Caliendo here, by the way. You can follow him on Twitter at Frank Caliendo. 10:30 a.m. on Sunday, you'll see his work for ESPN. How many dates a year are you doing on the road?
I don't even know. I just take a certain amount of stuff and make sure I make it.
It's way down from what you used to. Right?
Yeah. Because I got two little kids, 9-year-old and a 7-year-old. So my son started liking football too. Coolest thing happened recently is doing a show in Green Bay, and the special teams coordinator was there,
right?
Sean Slocum, and he's like, "Oh, you got to come out. You got to come out to a game." I'm like, "Absolutely." Yeah, I grew up in Wisconsin, Packer fan. And then my son is a Packer fan, too, now. He's like, we got to go watch him in Green Bay, Dad. I'm like, why is that? He goes, they play better at home, Dad. Okay. You're
so
9. How much money you got on it?
Yeah, you picked an early September date.
Yeah, right.
Head it out. I don't think you're making it out because you're based out of Arizona now, right?
Yeah, my son couldn't do that.
He's not doing December.
His blood's too thin, man.
Frank Caliendo's with us here in the program. I know you got a lot of people who want to talk to you, Frank.
Yeah, that's great. Good to see you. It's been a while.
It's great to see you. Let me give you my final four before you go. Favorite character you do? You got one right now, and I'm sure it probably changes, but one right now that's your favorite?
Gruden is in the top. Gruden or Barkley?
Gruden or Barkley?
It's always very, very good to do a Chuck, knucklehead. That's what I'm talking about.
It's easy. It's not hard on your voice either.
Very simple.
Yeah, bring it down. What's Jay Glazer on? It's more than Subways, isn't it? What is he on?
I'll tell you what, you're not going to believe sauce. It's called special sauce, secret sauce. I got more than one. Special and secret.
Anybody at ESPN irritated at you from your impression like John Madden was?
You know what? I think people didn't know how to take me at first. I think there were some people who were worried, but I think everybody's kind of into it now.
Yeah, why? I don't get it.
Well,
would you do an impression of me? I will pay you to do an impression of me.
Yeah, once you meet me, you realize who I am. You don't see me as this jerk that you kind of – people, when they see this stuff, because I'm always making fun of people, and I don't really think of it as that. I think of it as making money. No. I think it was just what I do, I don't do it to be mean. To me, I think it's fun, you know. And I understand how it can get to people. I've had people make fun of me and do all the stupid things that I do, and
Right.
you gotta just kind of laugh at yourself. You can't take yourself too serious.
To me, it's a sign you've arrived. For God's sake, man! If a guy impersonates you,
I would think.
Get a clue. All right, finally, who wins the game?
I'm going Denver, and I think Peyton finally quits his pizza place job.
This is it. This is one that puts him on the top.
I think this is the one that allows him to just work at one place.
Yeah. Or then he'll buy like what, Kmart or something? I mean, some
Yeah.
other franchise. Jump on in,
He'll
McDonald's.
Yeah, right. He'll be the new Ronald McDonald, just so he doesn't have to turn his neck.
Just a yellow pair of pants, red shoes, big plastic statue of him at every McDonald's. I can see it.
Did you ever see? I bet you never even saw that Angry Bird I was talking about.
No,
I'll show you here.
very nice. Frank is
Probably
scrolling
should.
through his.
Yeah, isn't that great for radio?
Yeah.
Tell me that's not Andy Reid.
I've never seen that. That is
I'll
awesome.
tweet that. I'll tweet that at
Tweet
you.
that out. Tweet that out. We'll retweet it. At Frank Caliendo is his Twitter handle, a must follow. There's a great podcast as well with a buddy of mine down in Phoenix, and him and a couple other guys get together. Very funny stuff, by the way. Always a pleasure to talk to you, Frank, man.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend. Look forward to seeing your work on Sunday.
Good to talk to you again, man. Thanks.
Thanks, buddy. Good to see you.
Yeah. What are you on here?
It's at the program KC. The program KC.
Hey, Saran. Hello.
Yep. Very nice. Busy week? Should be tough when you have to New York. Fun? Okay. Yeah, we'll do it. We got about 20,000. We're not, what do you got, 2 million? No. All right, buddy. Have a great weekend. See you. I'll holler at you when I'm in Phoenix. We'll take you out for dinner.